The Young and the Restless spoilers. Jill and Billy, a battle of betrayal and broken bonds. Jill Abbott's resilience had always been her defining trait. From her humble beginnings to her rise as a formidable businesswoman, she had faced every challenge with tenacity and grace. But even Jill's indomitable spirit had its limits. After enduring a heart attack and fighting to recover, she returned to Genoa City, determined to support her family and help her son Billy navigate his professional and personal turmoil. What she didn't anticipate was the cruel betrayal awaiting her. Jill's return to Genoa City. Fresh from her recovery, Jill's return to Genoa City was both a statement of strength and a personal mission. She wanted to prove, to herself and others, that she was still capable of leading, mentoring, and protecting her legacy. Her first priority was Billy, whose impulsive decisions and penchant for chaos had often created problems for the family and their business. "I came back for you," Jill told Billy during their initial meeting. "I want to help you, guide you. We're stronger when we work together." But Billy, fueled by his own ambitions and unresolved tensions with his mother, wasn't ready to accept Jill's help. His response was cold, dismissive, and cutting. "I don't need your help, Mom," Billy retorted. "Maybe it's time for you to step aside and let someone else take charge." Jill, stunned by her son's lack of gratitude, refused to back down. She had weathered storms far worse than Billy's rebellion and wasn't about to let him undermine her authority or her role in the family. A mother and son at war. The tension between Jill and Billy quickly escalated into open conflict. Jill, accustomed to being in control, found herself clashing with her son's defiance and arrogance. Billy, determined to prove himself, began to challenge his mother's decisions at every turn, often in public and with little regard for her health or emotional state. "You think you know everything, don't you?" Jill snapped during one heated argument. "But you don't, Billy. You're reckless, and you're going to destroy everything we've worked for." Billy, unyielding, fired back. "Maybe it's time for a change. You've had your time, Mom. Now it's my turn." For Jill, the betrayal was deeply personal. She had devoted her life to building a legacy for her family, only to have her own son question her abilities and dismiss her contributions. The strain of their ongoing battles began to take a toll on her already fragile health. Billy's calculated moves. Despite Jill's warnings, Billy pressed forward with his plans to take control, even if it meant pushing his mother aside. He knew Jill's heart condition was a weakness, a vulnerability that could be exploited if necessary. Though he stopped short of openly threatening her, his actions spoke volumes. Every decision he made seemed designed to undermine Jill's authority and force her out of the picture. Jill, recognizing her son's intentions, grew increasingly angry and determined to fight back. But the stress of their constant confrontations began to weigh heavily on her. Her body, still recovering from the heart attack, started to show signs of strain. "You're going to kill me with this behavior, Billy," Jill said during one particularly heated exchange. "Is that what you want? To see your mother in the ground?" Billy's silence was telling. Whether out of guilt, stubbornness, or a refusal to back down, he didn't respond. The breaking point. The situation reached its breaking point during a high-stakes board meeting at Chancellor Industries. Jill, already on edge from Billy's attempts to undermine her, was blindsided when he unveiled a bold plan to restructure the company, one that would effectively strip Jill of her influence. The betrayal cut deeper than anything Jill had experienced before. The shock, combined with the mounting stress, triggered a second heart attack. In the middle of the meeting, Jill collapsed, clutching her chest as panic erupted around her. Billy, realizing too late the consequences of his actions, rushed to his mother's side. But the damage was done. Jill's collapse was a stark reminder of her vulnerability, and for the first time, Billy was forced to confront the reality of his choices. A fragile recovery. Jill survived the heart attack, but her recovery was tenuous. Doctors warned her that another episode could be fatal, and she needed to prioritize her health above all else. Yet even as she lay in a hospital bed, her resolve remained unbroken. "I'm not giving up," Jill told those around her. "Billy may have hurt me, but he won't destroy me. Not while I'm still breathing." For Billy, the guilt was overwhelming. He knew he had pushed his mother too far, but whether he would change his ways or double down on his ambitions remained unclear. His relationship with Jill, already strained, was now on the verge of collapse.